Hey, Dr. Brandy here. And I just had the craziest stuff just happen. I had like 5 patients come in and tell me that their problem was that they were getting old. All right. And it didn't occur to them that maybe they were out of shape or haven't been drinking enough water or haven't been eating the right foods and haven't been doing things to help themselves feel better. And one guy actually had like this belly, right? It's like this belly that was sticking out pretty far, and it's very common with liver stuff. So we're just going to talk a little bit about that today because liver is a really important thing. I personally had recently, like about a month ago, I did some own testing on myself and found out that my progesterone was low, my thyroid was low, my adrenals were low, and my estrogen was high. Okay, this is a problem, all right? No wonder why I was feeling so crappy, right? And so I started treating myself for that. And of course, I like to stay on top of my game with my health, but, I've had a lot of stress and I was eating a crappy diet over the holidays. And, who knows why? Maybe because I am 46, and maybe my hormones are shifting right now, whatever it is, I'm human. And so my body goes through things too. And so it's really important to me to feel as great as I can in my body. So I started treating for that. And part of that treatment is liver support because your hormones filter through the liver. So I've been giving myself supplementation to support my thyroid and my liver and my hormones, and I'm starting to feel so much better. I actually am back in the gym today and not feeling completely fatigued and run down and all that stuff. But, I actually even had a patient ask me, he's like, do I need my gallbladder? And, the gallbladder and the liver, they work hand in hand together. And let me just tell you right now, if you have something, like if you have a God-given part, then you need it, all right? We don't know the extent of what all of our parts do. Like, I don't know if that we'll ever know it, okay? They're figuring out now, like when I was in school, they would say that the brain cells wouldn't regenerate. And now they're figuring out, oh, the brain cells regenerate. So, I've read and heard other people say, well, I heard that the gallbladder was an expendable part. There are no expendable parts, okay? So you got to keep your gallbladder in check. If you don't have your gallbladder, then you're not going to produce the bile that you need to absorb nutrients like vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K. These are all fat-soluble vitamins, and a lot of other stuff, When it comes to liver and gallbladder health, there's some other stuff that's really important too, is there's emotional components to every single dysfunction that we have. This is what I see in my practice every single day. And when we look at the liver, we're looking at things like frustration, anger, rage, those kinds of irritability kind of feelings. And then when we're looking at gallbladder, it's more like, oh, they had the gall to do that kind of emotion, kind of feeling. And it's just really fascinating to me to see what people have been going through on an emotional level prior to their liver or their gallbladder going out of balance. It's really cool. And we're actually going to be talking about that. We'll be teaching that class on Tuesday, April 17th at 6 p.m. And we'll be talking about the connection between the emotions and the liver and gallbladder health. But to get yourself back on track, a couple of things that you can do is just add some really good cleansing foods and teas and herbs into your diet. So one of the primary liver and gallbladder foods that I recommend are beets and beet greens. Don't leave the greens out. So the greens also help facilitate the liver detoxification process. You have 2 liver detoxification processes, and if you're not getting the greens in there, you're kind of missing the boat, in my opinion. The other thing you can do is drink some nettle tea or some dandelion tea. Those are just some of the foods you can eat, and then anti-inflammatory foods as well. I know I speak to that all the time, but avocados, sweet potatoes, bananas, artichokes, those kinds of things. You can also avoid trigger foods like hydrogenated oils and sugar and dairy and gluten and high allergen foods. So If you'd like to join us, feel free to reach out and give a call. Our phone number is 303-619-7766, and we'll get you registered for our class. Again, that's Tuesday, April 17th at 6 p.m. It's free. We have a free class every single month for our community, so come on over. All right, take care.